Hola, FIGT. Hello from San Miguel de Allende in Mexico. I hope you are well wherever you find yourself today. I'm here to talk to you about repatriation. I have a quote for you from Pico Iyer, one of my favorite travel writers. He says, travel is a bit like falling in love because suddenly all your senses are at the setting marked on. Now, you have clearly traveled if you are interested in repatriation and had some period of time when you were an expat or had experienced some form of expatriation. And there are many versions of that. And while you've been gone, you have tasted new food, you have heard new sounds, you have seen new sights, you have felt different sorts of air and different tactile experiences, and your senses have been lit up or they have been turned on. As you approach repatriation, wherever you are on that journey, I urge you to take that into consideration because it makes a difference. Your repatriation will be like nobody else's. There's only one of you. You are an unrepeatable miracle. And no matter how long you've been abroad and what your journey is through repatriation, your repatriation will be different. My name is Doreen Cumberford, and I am a transitions coach. I help expats move overseas and then return home with hopefully a greater measure of ease and grace. I'm also an author in the repatriation and expat field. I will give you some resources today. I'm going to give you some tips, and I'm also going to tell you about a system for managing repatriation. So let's start with some of these transition tactics, shall we? I like to talk about your two suitcases. You have two suitcases. One is a suitcase that is physical, that you can feel, see, and touch. That's your body and all your belongings. That is what you can physically look at and say, this is what I took, this is what I returned with. And even your body, if you've been gone more than 7 years, not one cell that comes back with you is your original body, because our cells transfer over and are regenerating all the time. Your invisible suitcase, let's talk about that. That is full of your hopes, your dreams, your vision, your values. It also includes your 6 mental faculties, your imagination, your memories, your perspective, your will, your reason. And so all of these things are in the invisible suitcase. And repatriation is indeed the process of repacking and getting all of this physical and 3D transformational DNA organized in a new life that you are about to create or perhaps are in the midst of creating. So here's just a couple of thoughts for you. When do you start preparing for repatriation? People ask me that all the time. And I think we start preparing for it the day we leave to become an expat. If you can have some idea of your hopes and your dreams and your vision for your return, it makes a huge difference. A couple of transition tactics right now is build your social networks, cling to your social networks, love on them, feed and nurture your social networks the entire time that you are gone. And those include the beloveds back home. Now, there may be change when you get home. People may not want to listen to your stories. Family dynamics may have changed. You may have lost family members. You may have gained family members. Perhaps you have grandchildren or new nieces and cousins that you've never met before. Yes, there is extreme joy and there can be extreme pain in repatriation. So number 2, manage your expectations. Test the waters before you get back and get a feel for what it is you're stepping into, especially in your socialization and your relationships. Number 3, get creative. You are moving not only your physical self and your belongings, but you are moving your relationships, your financial well-being, your health and your well-being, your time, your money, your freedom. All of that is being moved with you. And it's moving to not exactly the same place that you were before, but to a place that is very familiar, yet has changed, because change will have affected your destination. Number 4, practice smart self-care. It's easy to let things go when you're on the road. I have had 3 repatriations, one in my 20s, one in my midlife, and one in retirement. They have all been absolutely different journeys, very unique. But one thing that I have clung to is that massive self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessity which you deserve. It is well earned. So please practice massive self-care. Meditate, yoga, nutritional eating, exercise, whatever it is that you do, journaling, all of that comes under the category of self-care. Next, build a strong sense of purpose. Perhaps you can build a sense of gratitude around where you've been. I lived in Saudi Arabia for 15 years, and I had the privilege of having household help, which was an absolute delight. But they were also teachers for me. And I am forever grateful for the lessons that I learned at the knees, basically, of these super souls who were in many ways less privileged than I was. So build a strong sense of purpose and or gratitude for your overseas journey and lean into that. Number 5, or maybe this is 6, make fun a high priority. There has to be joy in life. Even in the midst of COVID, we've all practiced feeling better. But joy has to be built into some part of your repatriation. And joy lights us up and keeps us energized and in good form. And also it's good for us. It's healthy for us. So let's go over this again. Build your social networks, pack your invisible superpowers, get very creative, practice smart self-care, build a strong sense of purpose and gratitude, and make fun a high priority. Now, as a coach, an author, and a professional speaker who speaks on transitions and transformational DNA, I have developed a course or a journey that you can take alongside your repatriation journey. And this is the essence of that journey, is to dream and do it by, number 1, debriefing yourself. Tell yourself the truth, write down your stories. All of that is necessary. Number 2, re-engage mentally, emotionally, socially, physically, and spiritually in your new place. Number 3, experiment and explore. You know, failing forward is fine. We learn so much more from failure than we do from being successful at something the first time. The next part of this is amplification or alignment. When you find something that is working in your repatriation journey, up the amplitude, make it louder, lean into it and do more. And then finally, mastery. And those 2 suitcases that I spoke about at the beginning, one is your physical and one is your invisible. Practice leaning in and unpacking every part of your suitcase, your emotional, physical, mental, spiritual health. Repatriation can be the most difficult journey you will ever take. And it can also be the most gratifying and most satisfying personal growth journey. I would just like to say that Joseph Campbell said, we must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so that we can have the life that is waiting for us. And the wonderful thing about repatriation is there is a life waiting for you. And it's a question of merging you with that new life. So I wish you all the best of success. Come find me if you want to on doreencumberford.com, or you can look for Arriving Well, which is a book I authored with a couple of coaches. It's on Amazon. It's an ebook. It's a fast read, and it is stories from many beloveds here in the Families in Global Transition community. Also, Home Again, Jiggity Jig will be out in the month of February or March, and that's going to be an ebook on repatriation also. I wish you the best of success, the best of health, the best of relationships, and make sure that you pack your portable suitcase to bring back your expatriate experience. The world needs you right now to share your journey. Thanks. And I hope to see you somewhere on the road.